So touristy of us. And they were roommates. Hello everybody. I am in Maastricht with my two besties, Mary and Daniel. We're here for the carnival and I'm eating a sandwich and my hands are freezing. So I don't know if I'll be able to vlog as much, but if I don't, then I'm gonna take all my 5 friends care about my vlog, so and my family group chat, yes. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go buy costumes for the carnival. Bye. Bye. Okay, we just reached our hostel. Yes. Now please repeat your lines all over again.
Wow, this is amazing! So cute! We're having a sleepover!
Oh, this is so cute actually. Okay. Why? We're all literally single. We have 3 single pets. Or 3 single people.
A few moments later.
When you come all the way to Maastricht, just find it sleeping while the carnival goes on.
2 hours later.
Ooh, work it, baby.
I was walking down the street and you were there staring at me, standing there as if we should meet, and I knew with you it'd be so.
Hello everybody, we're on our way to the city center. We're gonna go to the main festival. I don't know how much of this can I vlog because I don't want to lose my phone. I don't want to lose my friends. I'm blonde tonight.
I will be the one, 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 I will be the one for you.
No, I think you're not blonde.
Yes, of course.
I'm sorry. You're not blonde either. Like Elsa. can be like a male Elsa.
I like a dog. Male Elsa. Melsa.
You're like a Melsa. Own it. I'm blonde. I'm skinny. I'm rich. And I'm a little bit of a... You're always looking at me, dude. I love my chicken nuggets.
Tomorrow.
Good morning. Daniel went back because he wanted to sleep. I'm here with the other one. I'm still here with Mary. We're gonna go look for some breakfast, coffee, and the sun's out. I was about to go home too, but the sun's out, and I'm not gonna miss out a chance on this. That one time the sun comes out, I don't want to be in a train. So, here we are. We're back in the same place. Day 2. Highly recommend this place though. Not a bad setting actually. I could do more videos here. Hi! I am back from Maastricht and I think the vlog kind of ended very abruptly, and the reason being that, well, it was a long day and I was on my period. I was super tired. We were all actually pretty tired, and but then again, I didn't want this to be just another weird, very random vlog. yeah, then again, I didn't want this to just like end abruptly. Like even for the Paris trip, I just shot one last video as an outro and then talked about how I felt and what it meant. You know, what were the things that struck me during the trip, and I think that's a good thing to do in a way, because when I look back on the vlogs, then obviously I don't remember every thought that runs through my mind or everything that comes across my mind. So doing that sort of makes me think about it again. It sort of sticks with me, and just looking back on the videos again, then it makes me think of how it went and everything. So I thought of doing that again. This trip was different. It was my first time with my flatmates traveling, and I got a new flatmate who was Mary. She's an exchange student, so she's here for the 6 months. And Daniel has been my flatmate throughout since I've been here. So this was the first time for all of us to go on a trip with each other. We kind of bonded. And maybe we're a little sick of each other, I don't know, but we bonded quite a lot, and it was really fun. We dressed up, we were part of the carnival, and it was a whole different experience. It was really nice to see how people of all age groups just came out on the streets and were just celebrating it all together. I loved how each group like coordinated with each other. Sometimes there would be a huge group of people, family and friends, or maybe just a band. And they would coordinate with each other by following a certain similar color scheme or a theme, and that was really amazing to see. Like, I just found it so creative, and some people went all out with their outfits, which was so interesting to see. And you just kind of think like, wow, like the kids, this is the culture that they grew up with. Imagine growing up with that culture. That's like just something so interesting. Another thing I really liked, which you might be able to tell by the vlog, was the restaurant that we went to, the cafe that we went to. It was called Al Mercato. It was an Italian restaurant, and it was an amazing experience. The food was amazing, which is why we went back the next day. On top of it, being a coffee person, the coffee was so good. Like I know there were like a lot of other coffee options, but I tried their coffee alla panna or something. It was with whipped cream, and apart from that, the service was amazing. Their waiters, they were so friendly and they were so talkative. Like, they told us about the history of that place, and they suggested us places to go. His name was Murat, if I'm not wrong, and he was just the friendliest, and he was just like ready to help, ready to suggest us good dishes, and he just suggested us places to go, and he made a good conversation. Like, that really doesn't happen in all restaurants and cafes, which made me think again that like the younger generation, or like my generation too, in fact, we usually just go to like these fast food restaurants, and we don't even have to like speak with the people at the counter. We just tell our orders and we're done. You know, obviously it's a fast food restaurant, and the thing here is that you don't even have to do that anymore, because you have the screens there and you just press on it and your order comes up. Whenever your number comes up, you just go and take your order. Like, there's so much reduction in human connection now, and when it comes to food, when it comes to going to restaurants, like the whole restaurant culture is, I don't know if that is even a thing, but the whole restaurant culture is like slowly fading away or dying. And it's something that I recently noticed, because when I went to Sri Lanka, we also had like really friendly waiters, and they were the ones who suggested us places to go, things to do, how much to pay, where to go. They told us about themselves, and you know, we just shared stories, and that's just like another human element to it. And then again, I think the people who work at a restaurant, if they're really passionate about it, that those are the ones who actually make an effort to really connect with your customers. But I feel like something that adds to your experience while traveling, like the human connection you make with the food you're gonna have. I think that's just something that we tend to miss out on, because obviously while traveling you'd want to spend your money on other things, which is totally understandable. Of course, we can't always, or at least as students, we can't always afford to go to a restaurant all the time. But when we do, I feel like when you come across these people, it's just like, it's such a nice experience that adds to your traveling. And that is something I feel like I should keep a note of it to go to restaurants and cafes more than just fast food restaurant at all times. Obviously, it's more convenient to go to a fast food restaurant because it's cheaper, it's quicker. But the recent traveling experiences that I've had, like in Sri Lanka and Paris and Maastricht, it's just been like the people that I talked to, or even when I went to Nordwijk, for example, we really sort of started talking to people at the hostels. Even in Paris, I went to this cafe, which I probably talked about. People there were so friendly. Even with my limited French and their limited English, they really tried to explain me what each cake was, how they made each cake and pastries, and then accordingly I chose, and I had one of the best cake slash pie ever, so that really added to my experience. Nothing new out there obviously, but just something that I never really thought about, and now I'm trying to make a note of it every time I travel again, to make more conversations with the people working there, make more conversations with whoever's around. Maastricht was a great trip overall, and I think it might just be so far my favorite city, or at least it's on the top. Like obviously I haven't traveled around Netherlands as much. I've just been to like Amsterdam and Rotterdam, apart from Maastricht. Like I've been to Amsterdam twice and it wasn't like as good as Maastricht. The architecture in Maastricht was so cute. Like I don't even know how to explain it better than this, but the houses were so cute, and I think I like the whole family friendly element, like when everybody came out with their families. And being in the Netherlands for so long, like we also got the sun for a while, for like one good day, so that was like that just adds to it, you know. You never get the sun here, so honestly that was like the cherry top. It was like, I wish we were able to go around Maastricht more, but we were so exhausted because Mary had been at the festival for like 4 days straight. I went to Amsterdam and Nordwijk during the weekend, and then obviously like the whole day we just been traveling, and we were at the Carnival the whole evening, so it was tiring. But maybe I would definitely like to visit it again, but obviously I want to visit other places in the Netherlands and kind of rate my favorite city, favorite experience in each city. I hope you enjoyed that really random, probably shaky vlog, and sorry for this random blabbering away. That's why I kind of added this to the last, so that you could just skip over it. Probably got your view by now. But yeah, let's see how the next month goes. I don't know if it'll be as exciting. No traveling plans for now because of the coronavirus, because I have to write my thesis and obviously no money. Till then I'll be making more lame, not so adventurous content, and I hope you stick around for it. Okay, bye.